Hi guys, we're back. This is day 2 of our math lessons for this week. Yesterday we talked about how we can count groups of tens and ones. And today we're going to build on that a little bit, and we're going to continue to talk about the words greater than and less than. So when we use the word greater than, we're talking about more, we're talking about adding. When we hear the words less than, we're talking about fewer or smaller numbers. And we're also talking about taking away, subtracting. So we are going to start today off with talking about comparing numbers. And I'm going to share my screen with you, and we're going to watch another math words and ideas about comparing.
Comparing numbers. I'm comparing two-digit numbers. I'll use the green cube to build the number 41. What should I take to build the number 41?
Okay, if he's going to build the number 41, what do you think he needs? I think he's going to need 4 of these green towers, because those are groups of 10, 10, 20, 30, 40. He needs 4 of them. And I think he's only going to need 1 of these cubes down here.
First, I'll use the towers of 10 to make 40. 10, 20, 30, 40. Then I need 1 more cube to make 41. There are 10, 20, 30, 40, 41 green cubes. The number 41 has a 4 in the tens place, and I needed 4 towers of 10 to build it. I'm going to compare 41 to 32. I'll use blue cubes to build 32. How many towers of 10 should I take?
Okay, so how many blue towers? I'm thinking I could do the same thing as what I did with the green. So I know that the blue towers are 10, so I can do 10, 20, 30. And then because I see this 2 here, I know that I'm going to need 2 of these small ones.
I need 10, 20, 30. Then I need 31, 32. I have 10, 20, 30, 31, 32 blue cubes. The number 32 has a 3 in the tens place, and I needed 3 towers of 10 to build it. I have 41 green cubes and 32 blue cubes. How can I compare these numbers to figure out which one is greater?
Okay, so we did this a little bit yesterday. How can we compare these numbers? I want you to think. Let's see what they have to say.
I thought about the counting sequence. When I count, and when I look at the numbers on a number line, 41 comes after 32, so I know 41 is more than 32. Marta looked at the number of tens in both numbers. She noticed that there are more green towers of 10 than blue towers of 10. That told her that 41 is greater than 32. Marta and I agreed that 41 is greater than 32. We can use math symbols to show this. We can say that 41 is greater than 32. We can also say that 32 is less than 41.
So I want you guys to just look at this for a second. We can use the alligator both ways, but if you notice, when you flip the alligator, you also have to flip the numbers. So when I read this, it still means the same thing. I'm reading it from left to right. 41 is greater than 32, or 41 is bigger than 32. And then if I flip my numbers and I put my 32 first, I have to flip my sign, because if I don't flip this sign right here, that would say 32 is greater than 41, and we know that's not true. So once I flip my numbers and I put the 32 first, then I have to flip my sign too. So 32 is less or smaller than 41. Awesome. So we're going to do a little bit of practice with that, and I am going to show you another game that you guys can play in the Game Center. And this game is called Greater Than or Less Than. Pretty simple. It goes right along with what we are doing. So what we're going to do is I'm going to touch this deck, and I'm going to deal 2 different numbers. And then I'm going to drag these cubes over here to build each number, and then we're going to compare them. So just what they did on the math words and ideas, we're going to do that in a game. So I have the number 34 and 52. So I am going to build 34 with the red cubes, and I'm going to build 52 with the blue cubes. So I have 34, 10, 20, 30, and then I can take these 31, 32, 33, and 34. Okay, and now I can build 52, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, and then 52. So I need 1 and 2. So now I have to decide, is 34 greater than or less than 52? So is my alligator going to eat 34 or is my alligator going to eat 52? So I am going to look here at these groups of 10, and I see 1, 2, 3 groups of 10 over here. And then I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I know when I'm counting that I get to 3 first, which means it's smaller than 5. So I'm going to say 34 is less than 52. Cool? Okay, so there's the first one. Oh, and then you can go down here and just to save time, well, I guess I'll do it. Why not? I'm gonna write it now. 34 is less than, I just circle it, 52. Cool, okay. And let's do another one. 81, goodness gracious, that's a big number. And 37, okay. So we'll do 81 with the red. This time, I want you to watch and see what I do differently when I make the number 81. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then I need a 1. Do you notice what I did differently there, the way that I counted those out? I counted by ones this time. I see up here that there is an 8 in the tens place. So that tells me I need 8 towers of 10. So all I did, instead of saying 10, 20, 30, 40, I counted by ones, and I counted to make sure that I have 8 of them so that I would get 80. And then I added my 1 extra down here. So watch, I'll do the same thing with 37. I see this 3 here, so I know that I need 3 towers to make 37. 1, 2, 3, and then now I see a 7 in the ones place, so I'm going to take 7 cubes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay, so now I have to decide which one is greater. Okay, this one seems kind of simple to me because I see there are so many 10s over here. There are 8 groups of 10s and there's only 3 over here. So I'm going to say that 81 is greater than 37. I can just see that. Do you guys see it too? How many more 10s there are over here than there are on this side? Awesome. But here's something else to look at. But there are more 1s over here. There's 7 over here, but there's only 1. So why wouldn't that side be greater? I want you to think about that. Why wouldn't that side be greater? I know that this side, even though 37 has more 1s, 10 is more than 7. And I have 8 groups of 10. So I know that because I know that 10 is more than 7, I know that these groups of 10 over here, they are worth more than the 7 over here. So I am going to take my marker and I am going to write our new equation that we did. So 81 Sorry, my writing is not the best on here. 81 is greater than 37. All right, guys. So when you are comparing, you want to look, what we just figured out was that we want to look at the tens first. So we want to make sure that when we're comparing, we look at the tens first. And that is how we know which number is greater or which number is less. All right, so let's move over to the daily practice for today. And we will do a couple problems and then we'll move on. Oh, this is just like what we did yesterday. So I want you guys to go ahead and do this with me. You can count with me and talk through this, and we can do a little practice comparing. All right, we know we want to count those tens. 10, 20, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. So I see 30 and 5. Okay, let's count these. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 55. All right. So let's do this by looking at our tens. I see I have 5 tens over here, and I only have 3 over here. So again, you're reading from left to right, just like a book. 35 is less than 55. All right. Here we go. Let's do our green ones. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 61, 62. Okay. And now let's do our pink. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 71. Ooh, those are close. All right, we want to read it like a book. 62 is less than or greater than 71. Well, I see that there are 6 groups over here of 10, and I see that there are 7 groups of 10 over here. So I know that 7 is greater than 62. So that means if my 62 is first, I want to say 62 is less than or smaller than 71. All right, and this last one, we're going to count these tens a little differently just to give us a little practice. So I see that there's 1 group of 10, 2 groups of 10. See, there's 2 groups of 10. And then I see there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are 6 ones. So I'm going to write my 6 ones there. That makes 26. Over here, I see there's 1 group of 10. And then I see there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 ones. 19. So 26, is it greater than or less than 19? It is greater than, and I know that it's greater than 19. It's bigger than 19 because it has 2 groups of 10 and 19 only has 1. All right, guys, so today we practiced comparing different numbers with tens and ones. And so you guys are going to hop on over to Dojo, and I will have an assignment for you for comparing different numbers. See ya.